Well, I'm back at it, and I've already pre-cut and got these pages ready to go. Remember how I'm duplicating what's going on over here in this beautiful Heavenly Traveler. So I'm just going to chit-chat with y'all as I add these pages in here. I am back. It's been several days since I have filmed. I hope that you are having a fantastic time. I love this poem here. Love God's gift divine. Okay. Love God's gift divine. So beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first add, if you remember, we make a flip here. So I'm going to add these two pieces here because remember we added this pocket. Now here we go. Let's see here. This goes here. This goes here. Let's get it on. Anyway, it's been several days since I have been in the Heavenly Traveler workshop. Oh, I have two pieces of tape here. Apparently I ran out of the other one. Here we go. Once again, let's get our glue stick on. I hope that you're having a most beautiful day. It's definitely been, a life lately with everything going on in our world. This is my happy place. Let me move this stuff out of the way. By the way, let's just line this up right here. Do this as best we can. My honey's making dinner in the background, so if you hear the sizzling, that is what's going on. So that's pretty decent. Let's grab the other flap, and we're going to add this right here. So I'm going to turn this around here. Anyway, it's been a tough year, but what helps me feel better is working and creating and like I've talked to y'all about this before, this is Heavenly Traveler Workshop. I'm Pamela Teresa, medium in the raw. So my job is to help connect people with their loved ones who are on the other side. Let me see if I can get this. I need to line this up right here. Let's line this up as best we can. And hopefully it will match up. There we go. So this is just easy. I mean, it's super easy to create a journal. All you need is cardstock and a little bit of tape or glue, and score your pages however you want to. Make your pockets creativity. The beauty of that. Now remember how we have magnets over here. So I know there's a magnet right here and one right here. So trying to remember where I put it. Is it on the top here or is it underneath here? I think it's underneath. It doesn't really matter. Let's just grab the magnet. We're going to put one here and one here so that way this closes. That's what we're going to do. So I love to create beauty. These Heavenly Travelers are pretty awesome. And do you want to know what a Heavenly Traveler is? Your loved ones who are on the other side, they're Heavenly Travelers. So I'm going to just stick you about right there. It doesn't really matter, a centerish like that. And I think I did the X. Let's make sure I got the right. Oopsie doodle. Got to get our man. They're hopping. Let's see here. So this would be like that. Yep. So you just lay it on top of there. And just fold it down because it has sticky stuff on the back of it already. And there we have it. There's our little magnet closure. And that way, that'll work out really nicely. So then what I want to do is I inked these beautiful pages from a book. Y'all, I showed you that one. And we're going to put this here. And we're going to put this one here. So we definitely need to get some glue stick going here. Move the book out of the way. Get my parchment paper and add my glue. Making sure that I'm doing this right. Here we go. Yeah. It'd be unfortunate if I messed it up. So we are going to take this book page and glue it. And it's going to be so pretty. I really appreciate you joining me on this beautiful journey. I hope that I can give you some ideas of creating, or if it just helps relax you and helps bring you peace, just watching me create these beautiful heavenly travelers. So basically, I just want to add this on top. Oopsie doodle. Oh dear. I think the best way to go about this is to actually add about to the edge right here as to where I want it to be-ish. Got a little bit of glue on my hand there. Hey, isn't that pretty? I'm glad it's not upside down. That would have been unfortunate. And then we could do God is always beside you. Or we could do let not your heart be troubled. Gosh, I really kind of like this one. God is always beside you. So I had originally thought I would use this one. It's so hard to decide. So I think I'm actually going to have this poem because it does match this pretty pink. If you remember. Okay, let's go with it. Get our glue ready. And let's get, oh wait, gotta ink it up. Since I changed my mind, I want to add that little bit of definition to the edge of the paper. I think it's super pretty. Just helps to ground it. Gives it character. Oh, wait, okay. Now we can glue. And I'm not stingy on my glue stick. I get it on there pretty good. And it's amazing what you can do. This is really a trash to treasure project junk journal. Because I'm taking old books with a little bit of cardstock and a little bit of designer paper and creating a beautiful journal which somebody will seriously enjoy. Okay, let's go with it this way here. And making sure, yep. Okay. Line it up as best I can. If it's a little bit crooked, that's okay. That gives it personality. I don't know what the heckaroo is under there. Let's see. Can we peel that up? Oh, a big chunk of glue. See, that's what I love about the glue stick is you do have a moment to now, also, this is the photo album part of this journal, right? So I do want to put down some pretty paper, and I have an idea. I pulled out of my stash some paper, so let's get on it. Oopsie doodle. let's see where we want and how we want this to look. And it's really pretty because you have the pink of the flowers there. Oops. So I think I want this to be the center point here, and we can add photo ideas, and then I want this to be the pocket sides here. So I get my fancy cutting machine out and just cut this part off right here. So there we have a cut off piece that we can use for something else. And then cut for our pockets. This should work. We'll see. So let's see how well we did on the measuring. Ah, goodness gracious sakes alive. It gives me joy in my heart when I create. It really is therapy. Yep. And it, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be perfectly imperfect. So absolutely, that's how I'm going to like that. Like that. So what I'll do first is I definitely want to ink this up. I'm going to leave that pencil mark there because I'll erase it once I get it glued down. So I'm going to ink. And I'm also going to add a little bit of ink to age that up a little bit like that. So kind of knock off some of that light. Super cool. So that'll be pretty, right? Goodness gracious. Now what we have to do before we put these pieces down, I can add this one perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Like, that's pretty too, y'all. Ooh. Interesting, right? I think it's upside down though, isn't it? Would this be right side up? We could actually even do this if we wanted. Look at us changing our mind. I actually quite like that. How about that, y'all? Isn't that pretty? We could do that, or let's do it. Nothing like changing our mind midstream. That's the creative forces. I love it. Okay, yeah. So I am going to add that right there. Add a little bit more ink to the edges there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, because I don't want this coming up, and it's a little bit thicker of paper, sturdier. So I'm going to add some double-sided tape to ensure it's going to stay down for us. That's what I'm all about here. Oopsie doodle. Come on, come on, come on. Getting this It's going to be so pretty, y'all. Yes, it is. How about we add a little bit of insurance in the center here? There we go. So I'm going to press this down, this double-sided tape down, so that way it sticks really good to the paper. We don't want that coming up. And we're gonna pull up our tape real quick. Some days I have more to say than other days. Today's one of those days where I really love to come into this Heavenly Traveler shop and just be quiet and create. And it's definitely been challenging. Now, my job is communications as a medium. That's what I do, is I communicate, deliver the read. But if I'm not working, I'm typically quiet. Y'all are you're getting to know the medium in her natural home state, in a way. Home state, what can I say? I'm going to eyeball this. Center-ish as much as possible. And it's so pretty. See, the papers, they don't have to be perfectly lined up. Like when you look at over here, well, kind of the same situation happened. Okay, well, how about that, right? Okay. So now what I want to do is I actually want to put down some pretty paper before I add my pockets. And what do we want? I only have one piece of this. Look at how it matches that. I think I'll use this on something else. So let me do a little digging and I'll be right back. Okay. I am simply going to, I think this is so pretty to have the roses on this side and over here too as well. So what I'm going to do is once again grab my pencil and mark right there and mark it. How about we cut this in half before we do any sort of, hold on, let me show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put this aside here. I'm going to actually cut this in half as to prevent, so that's right about 6 right there, because this is 12. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll grab my little book and I will, yeah. So I know that I'm going to have to cut off a little bit more. It's about right here. 2. Well, I'm not liking that spot. Let's measure. So that'll be 5 3/4. Almost shy of 5 3/4. So we'll do that by, can I get, it's hard for me to see my ruler here, by 9 1/2. What have we got this as? Because we want it to be the same height as this. Where are you? This is 9 1/4. Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Okay, 9 1/4. We'll do that first. And we're going to cut off like a sliver here. A little bit more. So that'll make it like right about there. Okay, so we'll grab our other piece. 9 1/4. By right about there. I think. Here we go. Let's see what we have here. See if this will fit. Now we want this. Let's see, which way are we going here? This will be here. How did I get that wrong? This will be here. I still need to let's do this. Right there. And I'm going to cut off a little bit more right here. There we go. And then this is going to go over here. We need to cut that. We're going to cut it the same size here. Right there. Okay. And glad I can edit this out. Okay. Finally got it the right size. Here we go. All right. We're going to corner around this piece here. Right like that. Just to match up with the flip. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. That's going to go there. Okay. Finally, add a little tape to it. This Heavenly Traveler is really starting to take form here. I'm liking this. And here we're going to make sure that this is down pretty good. This double-sided tape is very effective in keeping these papers down. And being that it's a flip, we don't want the papers coming up. And it's a very special part of this journal because it's where some photographs are going to live. People are going to want to look at the photographs. So here we have it. I'm going to add more tape. It does take a little bit of time and effort. I could have glued this down using any type of glue I wanted to use, quite frankly. But I really do want these pretty papers to stay put. So I'm going to smush down. And here we go. Let's get this baby put together. And then add a little bit of double glue stick here. Hello. I'll glue these pages down, these pretty papers down. Here, oopsie. And kind of eyeball it, do the best we can. This is just meant to be something pretty to look at anyway. And then more tape coming up. Yes. We are on our way to getting this flip done, and this journal will be well on her way. So this segment of the journal, these flip pages that we're making, as far as the construction of this journal goes, pencil. This is the most work, I guess you could say. I'm going to put the flowers up here. Need to get this lined up as best I can. Hello. So I'm using the middle page to kind of give me a clue as to how I want this to look. Here we go. And since I forgot to ink it, I can always go this way. Add a little bit of ink this way. Hello. Easy peasy. Now we're going to add our pockets. Remember how we decided to match this up. This goes here. This goes here. And this is where our pockets are going to live. Just like that. On top of there. But the first thing we want to do is I'm going to come in and eyeball. Well, I'm not eyeballing this part. Here. We need to center this here. That's right about the center. It doesn't have to be perfect again. We're going to put a little bit of a indicator there that that's a pocket. Turn this over and really punch it hard. There we go. And now, wrong side, wrong side. Let's move our ruler out of the way. And go ahead and ink this up. I'll glue this down. I'm going to use our heavy-duty 3-in-1 glue to get this down because I want the pocket to stay really well. And when you use double-sided tape for pockets like this, I find that items wind up sticking to the tape. So in this case, I'm going to actually find my 3-in-1. This right here, this glue. And we're going to add our pockets. Very easy. Just put a little bit of glue on the edges here. And it won't come up, I promise you. And there we have that. Just line that up like so. I'm going to bring that down a little bit like that. Yay, that's going to be pretty. See, you can't go wrong when you're crafting. You want personality like this. At least I do. The nice thing about inking, it hides little stuff like that. I am all for that. More glue. We'll get this pocket down. And then we'll be well on our way. See, pocket, pocket. Put the lid on our glue. We don't need to be smelling that right now. And now we have another flip. Just like that, and we'll add we'll get some of these printed out, and I'll add them back here as well. So that is really nice. I like that. So it matches up. See, front, back. Very nice. And then we're going to add some journals. Remember how we added these pockets? We're going to make some little folders, file folders to stick in here. Add some journals, and this baby will be almost complete. So pretty it's going to be. Really am very happy with how this is turning out. Okay. Okay, I went and printed these out so I can glue them in. I want to let you know that I bought these off of Etsy, Genevieve Designs. I really like them. So basically, I'm just going to cut these little babies out. No worries. Get them as best as I can. Okay, so I actually need 5 of these because I need to add another one. And Etsy's kind of cool. I have an Etsy store too as well. It's called theheavenlytraveler.com. Super, super awesome. Check it out. So I got 3. Cut this a little bit better. Here we go. Oh dear. So I cut a lot of that off. It's hard to see. The glare. But you know what? We're not looking for perfection. We are simply, so there's 4. And we just need 5 of these little guys to add to our little book. Like I said, we're not looking for perfection. They don't have to be perfect. They can be perfectly imperfect. And I've got one heck of a mess here. Let's go over here. There we are. Put that to the side. And I also would like, I'm thinking in the center, we could actually actually did big ones, right? Let's do a couple of these. Okay. Let's see here. And that will be actually really pretty. Really pretty. I can add these. And I'll just add a little ink on the edges. And I'll cut more of these out. Okay. Let's trim some of that white off. So I just kind of wanted to show y'all how I went about doing this. You can find a lot of cool stuff on Etsy, y'all. Printables, super neat. Okay, let's get our stuff out of the way here. I've got a lot of cut off pieces that need to go to the garbage now. You should see my floor. There's a lot of cut off pieces on the floor here. I'll need to clean up the Heavenly Traveler shop soon. Now let's go back here and figure out where it is that we want to add. We are suggesting photos. That'll be pretty, just like that. And this one can go right here in the center. My printer went a little weird. Don't know why. I think I need to clean my printer. So what I'm going to do here is actually ink the edges of these up real quick. Just kind of do that. And the next recording, I'm going to be adding the file folders and the journals, plural. This pretty little piece. I'll stick you right in here. Or not. You're too big. No. Are you too big? Let's see if you'll shut. Yes. We got it. We got it. Hello. Now let's add our, I'm just going to add with, I'm going to just use this 3-in-1 glue because it is what I have right here right now. And I can move them around. I have a little bit of time to adjust where I want them. I want to add, and this is just a suggestion as to where to put photos. Super neat. Pretty. Let's go ahead and add this baby. A little bit of glue around the edges here. Just a little bit of sticking down. Center that up right there. And then we will be complete with this flip. I am flipping for my flip. I'm going to put that like that. Isn't that pretty? We have lots of pretty photos in here. Like that. And there we have that flip. And I needed to add another one right here. So let's ink this up real quick. Just because that's what we need to do. And then going to be some nice little photos in this beautiful Heavenly Traveler journal. And we will match that up there. Okay. Put my lid on my glue. My hands got all from my printer. I have a laser printer. I don't know what went wrong. I'll have to go wash my hands. Anyway, so there's that. And I will be back to add more. Excellent. Coming right along.